The case of Fujimoto taking aura from characters really needs to be studied. For real though, like it has to be studied. Like I just don't understand how Fujimoto can give Asa so much dang aura, and then in next chapters, like in the next chapters, just take it all away from her like immediately. It's so hilarious though. Like it really is. It's really, really hilarious. So chapter one, I don't know what chapter this is though. Like I really don't remember. I don't keep track of it. I never keep track of chapter numbers unless I have to put the title. But this is chapter 180, and not gonna lie, it was short and sweet, and we got some info, I guess. So at least we can just keep going. So we start the chapter off with with Yoru trying to one-shot the aging devil, which, I mean, it's a primordial fear. How are you going to do that, dude? Like, it's just not possible. You know what I mean? So Asa is out here trying to one-shot the aging devil, and the aging devil, like, I guess finds it funny the way that she uses her finger and says bang. So the aging devil did the same thing and pointed the finger and said bang. And bro, here's the thing. In Centuria, we got a domain expansion. And in Chainsaw Man, we also got a domain expansion. So we've been getting domain expansions back to back to back to back. So JJK is over, but domain expansions just keep coming. So the aging devil, activated its domain expansion and took them to like a pocket dimension, I want to imagine. And okay, so, and here's the thing. The aging devil's powers work much more differently than what I thought they would look like. So apparently, like the aging devil, I guess, does make you older, right? Or does make you younger, but it also stops you from aging at all. So that's the funny thing. Now, I don't know if the aging devil can stop you from aging even outside of its domain, but as long as you're in the domain, you basically stop aging. Now, whatever happens within the domain, that's like a completely different thing. I imagine that the aging devil's real form pops up and, tortures the people here in this domain. But yeah. And so then, like, Yoru is in there and she tries to bang, well, not bang, right? But she tries to, like, do some harm to Denji, but it's just not working because they are within the domain. And, she can't use techniques because she has to use, I really don't miss JJK. I really don't miss JJK because, can you attack? Can you not attack? It's the whole thing, right? So yeah. So that doesn't work, and she meets this one guy who is apparently like 80 something years old. He looked in front of a mirror. He wished that he would stop aging, and then bada bing, bada boom, he is in this domain, and there's like a bunch of people in this domain. So basically, this is where like the powers for the aging devil are very strange because the aging devil stops you from aging, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you actually, die, basically. And it's very funny, the fact that this guy, wished he were like young, but the aging devil was like, guess what? You're going to be immortal now. So because they basically can't die, he's tried everything, but it just doesn't work. So he's basically immortal and he's not aging. Again, I don't know if that works only within this domain. But yeah, like I thought the aging devil was more like, you would not age, but you would still get some sicknesses. But I guess it makes sense. If you don't age, then you don't, get the sicknesses that come with aging, I guess. But does that mean you're like, because here's the thing, immortality is a bitch, right? Because there are times when people are like, for example, vampires, they are immortal creatures, but it's, but they can die through like specific means. So like an immortal being sometimes can still like die in a way. Like there are different types of immortality. There's like immortality of like you don't age at all, but you can still die. And then there's immortality, like for example, Wolverine, where like he's kind of immortal, but he does kind of age. He can pass away from old age. And then there's like immortality from Deadpool, who he is basically immortal, but like he still feels the pain. Like, there's different types of immortality, so I don't know what type of immortality the aging devil like applies here. I thought it was just immortality in terms of you do not age, but I didn't think that, you know, that it would basically be down, you're immortal, like you just cannot pass away. And the fact that you are immortal, and because it is a type of paradise, but it's a type of hell, because it's a type of paradise, but you're not aging and you're just basically stuck with your own mind and you're just kind of like going crazy. And in terms of like domains, this isn't the first time that, like, for example, I guess primordial beings have created like or devils have created domains. Like, for example, Halloween, the Halloween devil, like that one devil that was like Halloween, had a fucking kind of dimension, and she kind of like plunged your mind with like information. It was kind of like a, you know, I don't know if, Gege got the idea of Infinite Void from there, or I don't know which one was first. But yeah, like Halloween was able to do that. I don't think she's a primordial fear, but she was able to do that. I want to imagine that, you know, a darkness devil had its own domain, and that was like its own thing. So this isn't the first time that we've seen a powerful devil create like a sort of subspace or a subdimension for these things to happen. But I want to imagine that if you make a contract with the creature, you end up appearing, or you end up staying in that, you know, subspace, in that dimension, which I guess kind of happens with the aging devil. The aging devil has a bunch of people it's made a contract with here, so I imagine that that's the case. But yeah, you know. So after that, you know, this guy starts to go crazy and starts screaming, starts humping like a tree or something, I don't know, but just starts going crazy, and then that's it. The chapter ends. Pretty short chapter. We got some insight into like the aging devil. It basically makes you near immortal, but your sanity kind of like at a cost, which I was not expecting the aging devil like to have this ability. I just kind of thought that it was going to give you, you know, just not immortality in terms of aging, but I was not expecting it to happen, you know, this way. And yeah, it's a very short chapter. I'm basically just filling up time. Anyway, thank you guys for your thoughts, for your comments. Leave some comments. What do you speculate is going to happen in the next chapter? I imagine that, you know, every single day at a specific hour, the aging devil kind of like applies a type of torture to these people. Like, or I don't know, but I'm pretty sure something's gonna happen, some shenanigans, because Denji is here, Asa is here. I thought they were going to age and turn really old, but that's not the case. So I imagine the aging devil is going to either keep them trapped here and someone is going to get them out, or something's going to happen. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. So bye-bye.